Hello everyone and welcome back to card number 3. I'm going to give everyone a couple of minutes to come on so that we can see everyone before we start our card. If you just jumping on now and you've got one of my kids, the winning raffle ticket is number 55. Purple 55 is the winning ticket. So if you've got that in your kit, let me know. Hi Susan, how are you? Good to see you on. I hope everyone's been enjoying today. So we've got this card is our last one today, and then I think then I've got to see how many Sundays we have in February, because February's shorter. Does anyone tell me, does anyone know how many Sundays we have? Hi Melissa, good to see you. Hello again. It's good to see you. I love it when the girls from Bensdale come on. I know them so well, and felt like I lived up there for many, many years doing card classes with them. That all came to a halt 6 years ago when I got sick. But I tell you what, I'm just about ready to start driving again. So how exciting is that? Did you get to make a cuppa? Hi Cass, did you get to make a coffee? Tell me, I'm not going too fast for everyone, am I? I hope not. The good thing about these classes at the moment is that they are open to everyone, even though the girls that get the kits get everything. They get the instructions, the lot, everything cut up for them, ready to go. But you never know, they might go private, so that not everyone can watch them, just the people that have got the kits. But at the moment, I'm still having trouble with Facebook, so I'm keeping it as is. Yes, got coffee. Oh, good. You're going to love this next card. It's a simple, fun fold card. I love it for men's cards. It's a simple, fun fold card. It's got a belly band. I love the paper that we're using, and yeah, just so much we can do with this card. It's an accordion type card, so which is really lovely. I'm just grabbing my pieces out with the belly band, so yeah, really good. So you get a nice little instruction sheet in your kit. The children's one's going to be a little bit different because I forgot to put the pictures on, but I'm going to put the pictures in at the end, but they won't be on the instruction sheets because I've already done them. And I forgot. I'm looking at them thinking there's something not right with these, and I couldn't work out what it was, but there you go. Hi Krista, good to see you. I'm giving everyone a couple of minutes to come on because it's coffee time. Grab your stuff out, grab your kits, all the things that are nice. Okay, let's come down and I'll go through this kit with you. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is the girls that got their kits, you can collect pins as you get the kits, or little scissor keepers or little bag holders or whatever. So this time, each time we have a different one. So this one is a butterfly and a flower. Isn't it gorgeous? Something, just a little thank you from me to you. I think that's gorgeous. Our winning lucky raffle ticket was purple 55. If you got that, let me know, because you're the lucky winner for this men's one. And let's have a look at what we're doing here. Okay, so we're making a belly band, and we've got a little strip here. We've got a white piece here to do our stamping of our boat. Then you will have some different measurements here. These two are the same. These two are the same. This one's different. Okay, so you'll have 3 different sizes in there. You'll have a white. You will have a card that pops open like this. Okay, pops open this way, like that. Designer series paper, absolutely gorgeous, this one. I love it. You can have it whichever way you want to go. And then you've got a mat as well for your back card. Okay, so let me get this piece out first. This is your long piece. Now, I have done a score line in there so I could fold it to put it into your package without bending it. I didn't want to bend it. So let's open it up and score. So let's hope we've got the scores in the right spots. Let me see, what did I score that one? I scored that at 14, so that's correct. So we need to score at 4 centimetres. So we need to come in at 4 centimetres and score. Don't forget, light grey is your scoring blade. Don't use your dark one, get it out the way. So we're going to score it at 4 and then 8. So we're going to move it. This is inches, centimetres, I mean, not inches. So 4 and then 8. Now you can use your scoreboard if you've got your scoreboard. Then 14. So we've got that there. And then we're going to score it at 20.5. So come to 20.5, which is on the expanded part of the ruler. You need to expand your ruler out. Okay, 20.5 and score there. Then all the rest of the cutting up's done for you, which is really good. Okay. So with this, we're going to do a valley fold, a mountain fold, a valley fold, and a mountain fold. Okay, so it's going to be like this. Okay, so you're going to need that bone folder, and you're going to need to give it a nice score down each of the score lines. And turn it over and do the other side as well. Okay. So now it's going to be like this. So we're going to open it up. And we're going to grab all those little bits of designer series paper that we had. So we've got 2 smaller pieces. One for the front and one for the inside here. You can make your border as big or small as you want when you remake these. If you want to go and cover more and have a smaller border, you can do that. If you want to cover it right too, if you want to do it in designer series paper, you can do it all in designer series paper. So there's so many different options you can do for this. Okay, so it's entirely up to you. You have the pattern there and it's entirely up to you. You can use either side of your designer series paper as well. Okay, so just remember when you're putting your glue on, you don't go too close to the edge because the glue will spread. And you don't want it to pop out. Now you can put the light or the dark towards the bottom. I'm going to put the darker bit towards the bottom. And I've got a fairly good border around this, okay? Because I had so many to cut out, I went that little bit smaller so that no one missed out. Sometimes you have to do that when you're doing a lot of kits. But like I said, if you're making it again, you can do it in designer series paper, the whole lot if you want to. It's entirely up to you. And then you've got 2 of these ones, so I'm going to put the light towards the top. I'm just seeing which ones go where, which ones I want where. I think like that. Excuse me. It is cuppa time, afternoon tea time. Did you all grab a cuppa? Something to eat. I didn't get anything to eat, but I did grab a cuppa. Okay, so we're going to put these ones on next. In between the fold lines. So you've got that nice border. Try to match it to the top and the bottom, not so much the sides don't matter, but the top and the bottom. It doesn't matter if it's got a bigger border around the side or a smaller border around the side. Okay, and then this one goes here. Now you can decorate this up as much as you want, okay, when you're doing it. It's going to fold in like this, so you sort of get the feeling of what you can do. And then this piece here is going to go on the end here. But when I was folding this one, I didn't like the white bit there. Okay, so this is where I cut that little strip, just to put that little strip in there, because I want it to sort of match, because when I've made this one hundreds of times before, I've used designer series paper, not cardstock necessarily. I mean, I've done it with cardstock too. Don't get me wrong. I've done it both ways. But I love using just the designer series paper, but I didn't have quite enough for all the kits, so we had to go with the cardstock. And I just wanted to put that onto there. Now you can put in, decorate this up as much or as little as you want, okay? If you want to make it for a gift voucher, you can actually just glue 3 sides and I'll tuck some money in there. More money than a voucher really on this one. Okay, come over. Okay, so we've got our piece now that goes, it's accordion, but it doesn't play music. Okay, then we have our big piece of Lost Lagoon, and we have our big piece of designer series paper. So I'm going to come in with the darker bit down the bottom and the lighter bit up to the top. Okay, down we come. So this has got a smaller or a bit bigger, it depends. You can cut your designer series paper down a little bit if you want to. It's entirely up to you. Now we have a belly band on this, so I'm just going to put this aside for a minute. We're going to do some stamping and some belly banding. So this is for our boat. So we're going to come in with the Lost Lagoon ink this time. This boat looks amazing in all colours, honestly, it really does. Whatever colour you do it, it looks amazing. Now you have got ample room, because sometimes we do need a little bit more, or you might want to add one into the centre. At the moment, we're just going to do one to the front. Like I said, you can add more or less to it. So you can die cut this, or you can just fussy cut it. This time we're going to just fussy cut it, but you can do whichever. And when I fussy cut, I like to go right to the edge. Some people like to still do that white edge, but I like to bring it right to the edge. You can sort of see fussy cutting is not hard on this one. It's not a hard one to fussy cut. It still has that little white sort of edge because you have that wood grain or whatever it is, border around there. So for those that don't have their die cutting machines, you can just fussy cut. Now, I actually got another new die cutting machine this week. Absolutely rapt about that for my classes, because we have more people coming in to do classes. So it's just a really good way of making sure that everyone can get done in the 2 hours that we're in class. I decided to go brown. You can go whatever colour you want on the inside, but I decided to go crumb cake. But you can come in however colour, whatever colour you want. So I'm just doing light to start off with, and I'm just going to go right across all of it. You could even do it in the same colour seats if you wanted to, and just a polished floor. You could do the seats the same colour as the boat if you wanted to. I'm just showing you, you don't have to be too careful. Just going to come out around the edge here, so we've got that nice wood grain or wood part around the edge. And we'll probably come in with the darker one as well. Did anyone tell me if we got 4 or have we got... Did I put down the dates? I don't know if I did. Not sure if we got 4 Sundays in February. We should have. Around this bit around with the darker one now. And because we haven't got that white border, it does look a little bit different. It does give it a different feel. And we're going to come in across the back here. We're going to come in around here. And wood panels there. We're just going to come in on the wood panels there, the back of the seat. Who's been enjoying learning a little bit about blenders and masking? How to actually use your blender brushes as well as your blender pens. So you can even come into the edge if you wanted to over here on with the dark ones. You know, it just depends what you want to put in, how much you want to put in. You can even come in on these white bits and bring in a bit of brown. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. Just gives the boat a bit of a different look, a bit of a different feel. And it changes your card around a little bit. And if you want to, you can come in a little bit of dark to the edge of the seats over here as well. Once you've got all that done, you can come back in, if you want to blend it up a bit more, you can come back in with your light and blend it in a little bit more. So you can do little circular motions over the top of it and blend it through. It'll come a bit darker. And the same with the bottom, just blend it through. You can even do some shadowing effects there, so it looks like a wet spot where someone's been sitting. Okay, so let me hold that up. Okay, so you can sort of see you can do it all differently, but it still looks amazing. This is going to go on our belly band, okay? So this is bit's going to go on the belly band. So our card, you can make this into a full card if you want to as well. I have done that as well, but I'm just doing my normal pattern that I use with my designer series paper today. But if you wanted to put a card on the back of it so it stands up, you can do that as well. So with this accordion bit, you can put this down the bottom so it can stand up as a card, or you can put it into the center. Well, today we're going to place it into the center, but like I said, you have a play around with it because there's just so much you can do with this template. It's one of my favorites because you can just do so much with it. Okay, just make sure I got that on straight. It's really hard when you're looking at mottly paper. Okay, so when you're actually doing your belly band, I sort of folded this so it would go into the bag for packing. Don't do it too tight, because if you do it too tight, there's one problem with doing the belly band far too tight, is it's too hard to slide on and off. So get it to where you're happy with, that it slides up and down quite easily. Okay, and once it sort of slides up and down quite easily, then come in and use your bone folder on that edge. Okay, because you don't want it to, you want it to be able to go up and down. Once you've got it marked out, then you can bring your ends together. So I just put a little bit of glue, a little bit of glue, and a little bit on this side. Okay, so a little bit on that side, the two ends, and a little bit on that side. Like I said before, you've got to be careful putting too much glue on like that because it can pop out the sides and you don't want it to do that. Now you can run this through an embossing folder if you want to give it a bit more texture, or you can add some designer series paper to it. But today we're adding our boat to it. Okay, so we're adding our boat to this. So if you don't want the seam at the front, you can put it towards the back. Okay. Now, a little suggestion with this when you're doing this and you're adding it as a belly band, you haven't got that white band around it, is to grab a sponge dauber. I'm going to grab my brown here. Okay, I'm going to grab the Early Espresso. You could add a darker one like the I'm trying to think of a darker one that we've got, the Summer Spruce or the Peacock one. The Peacock one. Just add a little bit of brown around the outer edge, or a different colour, whatever you want. Pretty Peacock, is that the name of it? It's a darker green. Okay, so just come around and flick this on. Why do we do this? Because it just makes it stand out a little bit, like the white frame does, but we're not putting that white frame on because we fussy cutted this one. So when you actually fussy cut something, sometimes it pays to add a little bit of a border to it. Okay, so you can use the blues, the browns, the greens, whatever you like. So depending on how you want your little boat to sit, is where you're going to put your, let's grab, oh, I'm going to grab some side bits here. I've got side bits everywhere. Yep. Let's see if that fits across this. That's brilliant. So as you saw, I just put a little strip in there, and that's all you sort of need. Okay. So like I said, you can decorate this up as much as you want. Okay, it's not hard to do. It's just decorate it up to whatever suits you. And then you've got your nice little boat on there. Hi, Teresa. How's that? Different type of card. Now you can put happy birthday onto that as well, or a little saying onto that as well. You can put congratulations. You can put whatever you like on that. You could even have the name of the person on the boat, which gives it a really good little thing. Thank you for the love hearts. Hi, Margie. How are you? Hi, Melissa. Okay, so that's our last card for tonight, or for today, I should say. So I will see you back here next Sunday. Now, I'm not sure next Sunday if we're doing 3 or 4 cards, but I'll let you know. So God bless you all. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll pop some photos up later. Bye for now.